There's still plenty of time. And do you think Hikaru is a little tilted here, jamming the h pawn of the board?
I was actually going to say maybe prior to seeing the last couple games that I don't really think Hikaru really tilts, but I think the main reason that he doesn't tilt is because he's
E7
so...
is what? And
Oh
he
my
just
goodness.
resigns? What is going on?
He's completely, I mean, like,
Firouzja's laughing.
he's actually cracking a smile, yeah. I mean, but Hikaru's resigning immediately. I don't know. Definitely,
just make
he's
the
tilting.
guy play.
Let's watch the live action.
And there you go.
Like,
He does win the
that was
game
a nice
anyway.
find. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and
exactly.
Hikaru switches back to the Hikaru system. Let's see how it will go for him.
Okay, and then we do see a lead 5-4 for ALIREZA. I'm not sure if that's the first lead of the match, but I believe it might be for him.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's great to see Firouzja in this final. Again, he beat Hikaru in 2021. Again, I think that if he brings his A game, he definitely has a shot at beating him.
Yeah, this is definitely not how I'm used to this system looking for Hikaru, because he plays this a lot, and like it's not usually this fine for white.
Oh wait, check in E7. Firouzja is winning another game. Take an FA with a check and then maybe just H3. Yeah, there's nothing here.
Amazing. Yeah, the rook's on a very strange square, G7, but he is winning.
I like Queen E7 forcing the queen trade, and Firouzja opens up a 2-point lead.
Yeah, unheard of. But again, the fact that we're in a 45-minute match means there is lots of time. Now, we always talk about how, oh yeah, there's lots of time for a comeback. But I mean, 30 minutes, it actually is. You could go down 3-4 points and then bring it right back. We know how streaky these bullet matches can be.
Yeah, Hikaru here went for an early piece sacrifice, but I like it. He's got 3 pawns, also active pieces. I'm just that might be a blunder, but I just wanted to point out, I'm a little bit surprised that Hikaru does not stick to his knight f3 b3 system, and Firouzja takes another game.
Wow, and he's going to resign it. So again, that's a moment where I'm like, 3 pawns, opposite bishops. I know you're down a rook, but the pawns could be...
In the first game we watch, ALIREZA is white against Hikaru, and they played an opening that Hikaru is very famous for. He puts queen c8, bishop d7, wants to exchange here and push for a win. What is ALIREZA doing? Simply pushing in the center and is unbothered. So the game continues and it's pretty equal until this moment on move 22. And here Firouzja pushes over here. Take, and this is black to play. Hikaru decide to play knight e5. That's because you cannot take the knight because you will lose the queen. However, this was a mistake. If you had played knight c5 instead, it's protecting b7, and if white takes on e7, you play queen f4, and once again the queen cannot take on b7. If you exchange, this is perfectly fine for black. So instead the game goes quickly, knight e5, take on b7, queen f4 because black doesn't want to exchange the queens, rook e7, and you can see this is extremely dangerous. Here Hikaru should play queen f6 to protect against g7. Yes, white can take, but you chase the queen, it's a game. Instead, he's playing queen h4. Check, king h8 forced, and now the beautiful e7. Because if you take like that, I'm gonna take and make a queen. And eventually, after the king's moves, I'm gonna win the queen back. So on e7, knight g4 is played. Hikaru is trying to set up a checkmate here, but check, and h3. White is up a rook, knight e5, queen e7, and the queens have to go off the board, and white has an extra rook. Let's see the next game. And in the next game, Hikaru now had the white pieces, so we're gonna watch the game from ALIREZA perspective. ALIREZA played actually a Sicilian can, which I have a lot of videos on my channel. And over here, that was going very quickly. Hikaru, who's white, decide to sack a piece because that knight is going to d6. So d6 is played, the game continues, they exchange pieces, and we reach the critical moment. And here, rook d5 was the move to play. That's because if you try knight b4 and you're double attacking this rook, bishop c5, check, wins a piece. Alright, so on rook d5, you cannot move this knight because you would take over here, f6 would be the move. And here, the game continues, b3, and it's perfectly fine for white, right? There's no reason to be worried about. But instead, in this position, instead of playing rook d5, rook ed1 is played by Hikaru. Right away, ALIREZA senses there's a danger for white and plays knight d4. Beautiful move because as in the game is played by doing this, king d6, and after check, black is up a rook. So over here, very important, knight d4, I attack c2, and then I'm attacking d6 as well. Hikaru should have played like that, but this position, you have a few pawns for white, but an extra rook for black. You should win with black. So that was clearly a tilt because very quickly here, on move 21 only, there is a winning position for black. And Hikaru loses another game after that, loses the match, the rematch. And who is the bullet champion? This is ALIREZA Firoudzja. And I'll see you in the next one.